is Dave from Crux Motorsports. I'm going to be showing you today how to apply our window chrome delete for the 2019 plus Nissan Altima. We're going to be showing you the gloss black film, which is a completely dry application vinyl wrap. First off, we're going to be starting with the rearmost window. This is a separate piece from the rear door. And just before you get started, you want to make sure that everything is thoroughly cleaned. I recommend rubbing everything down with a rubbing alcohol and like a microfiber. They'll help take any residual grease or dirt or wax off of that trim piece before the application. So the other thing that you'll need is a heat source. You could either use a heat gun or a hair dryer. Heat gun on a low setting, hair dryer on a high setting. And then other things that will be beneficial are a squeegee and some sort of knife. You could either use a razor blade or whatnot. But we do have a kit available on our website, which is the Pro Kit. That would include everything that you need to install this if you don't already have the items. So first we're going to be starting on this back piece, so let's get started. All right, so on the back piece, you're gonna start at this point right here where the two chrome pieces meet. You're gonna start in the top portion and align this upper edge and then work the entire film down. Once you get that first part tacked, I recommend going every inch or so and tacking the film down again. If it runs a little bit onto this upper rubber molding, that's fine because you can pull that up and tuck the film under when you're done. And for the backmost part, you're going to keep a little bit of tension on the film. Just to make sure you have that coverage. So now that this top edge is pretty much locked in, we can go ahead and start to work the film down. You just use a pad of your finger to do so. If you get a crease or something in the film, you can pull it back up, and then at that point, if you did completely crease the film, you would want to heat it, let it cool, and then go ahead and reapply. I'm just working down a little section at a time. So like in this area, I did get a little bit of crease. Go ahead and pull it up. Realign that film, and then you could just go ahead and work it back down. I do prefer the fingertips over a squeegee, just because on your fingertips you could feel if something's bunching up. On a squeegee, you generally cannot. I'm just working little sections as I'm going back and forth over the film. Once this front face is done, you can go ahead and start to work up that top edge, closer to the rubber gasket. Then once you have all that done, you can go ahead and take a squeegee or a credit card and get under the film and sort of tuck it underneath that gasket. This is part of our kits available on our website, in case you don't have these tools already. So once you get the film under that gasket, you just want to keep a little bit of pressure on the gasket. And then you can go ahead and work the film underneath of it. If you use the hard edge of the squeegee, you could go ahead and work the film underneath this chrome piece. So on this piece I have a tiny bit of a bubble. So you go ahead and pull this film back up just to work that bubble back out. And go ahead and work it down underneath the gasket again. So now the only other part that you have on this is you're gonna have a little bit of tail overhang at the end here. So two options for that. You could either roll it over or you could cut it off directly where the plastic piece starts. And you are going to want to hit all of this with a little bit of heat from a heat gun on a low setting or a hairdryer on a high setting. Especially where the transition is between the chrome and the plastic, you want to make sure that that gets a little bit more heat and is completely set down. So now we're going to move on to the rear door, the section to the left of this, and we'll show you that next. So on the rear door, you're going to want to start by aligning at the rearmost portion. This does have a little bit of an angle cut in it to help you cover that gap area. Just make sure that the front vinyl film is covering the rear vinyl film a little bit, right by like 1/16 of an inch or so. And then we're going to start by aligning at this top portion. So once you have that set, you could go ahead and continue to line all the way down. I'd recommend going every inch or so and just giving it a little tack. I'm gonna switch to the other side here. And once you have that all aligned, you can go ahead and just start to work down where the chrome transitions from this front face to the top edge. We're not applying too much pressure here in case you do have something that bunches up. And once it is aligned, you can go ahead and give it a little bit more pressure. As you see, the film is a little pulled up here. If you grab your squeegee, something to get under it, go ahead and pull that up a little bit and work that back down. I'm just going in little increments all the way across, working the film onto that front face. Once that is done, you could go ahead and do the top edge. If you use your thumb pad and then your thumbnail or your index finger, sort of work it right to that edge. Once that is all completed, just tuck the under edge under with your squeegee. And then we're going to trim the tail of this off. If I can find my knife. You're just going to go right on the edge where that plastic starts. Now after this step, you can go ahead and hit it with the heat gun. Just making sure everything's locked down. Then you want to sort of concentrate the heat on where that transition is between the chrome and that plastic end cap. So now that you have that done, we could go ahead and move on to the front window. So the front window is going to be applied in the same fashion as the back door was. We're going to be starting at the front now by the mirror. It has an angle cut in it to accommodate for the mirror section. Again, you just want to align at the top. And we're just going every couple inches and tapping this down. So in case you do need to realign it, you can pull it back up. So once you have that aligned, you can go ahead and work down that top transition edge. And then you can start to work the film down towards the bottom of the vehicle. Work down the top edge towards that rubber piece. Then we're going to take our squeegees to sort of tuck underneath this mirror portion. And go ahead and hit the bottom edge of it with your flat card squeegee. If you don't have this, you can use a credit card wrapped with microfiber. And then we're going to cut off this last tail. Then go over this entire section with heat. Again, concentrating where the transition is between that chrome piece and the plastic end cap. And again, this is the gloss black window chrome delete for the 2019 Nissan Altima. Link for this is in the video description below. If you have any questions, go ahead and give us a shout. Thank you.